Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody all around the world. I hope that you are as excited as I am. Mr. Alexandru Cochindoe was talking to us one day in a meeting, and he was like, the moment you maximize and become proficient in one thing, technology, these brains around the world are exploding the blockchain and it moves. As soon as you get good at this, it moves, and now it's here. And so fortunately, we have all landed with a technology company. Imagine that. I mean, it'd be great to just be anywhere in this space, but to be with a company that makes all this technology as simple as clicking a button. That's what we have here at GSPartners, and I couldn't imagine myself being anywhere else. With the speed in which this industry is moving, aren't you glad you're connected with very sharp people like Mr. Alexandru Cochindoe and his team and Mr. Heit, bringing technology to us rather than us having to run around and search for technology. And oh yes, Anika Nash, GS Telecom with the 100% privacy and communications over the blockchain. Awesome, awesome. So today, you're going to be amazed. I would say just take the seatbelts off. Feel free to bounce around the room because this moment, it is worth all of that excitement and all of that energy. And you will definitely be excited about the enhancements that we've made to the business and to GSPartners through Lydian World. Today will be a slightly longer meeting than normal. So that's necessary because these rollouts, they require your attention. So take great notes and then do me one huge favor as I prepare to turn this mic over. Do me a huge favor. And starting now, please avoid chatting as much as possible as we have parts of our beautifully diverse community that depend on the closed captioning. So please, starting now, and I know that Ms. Priska is there and her team doing a phenomenal job in the background. They may stop the chat at a certain point so that our communities that need the closed captioning can have access to it. So yes, please, let's be avid listeners. Let's take great notes on our own, and then we will turn the chat back on in certain points so we can share our enthusiasm and our excitement. But we will have a point here where we'll turn off that chat. And so please bear with us with that. I know you're excited. Maybe start a text group or a Telegram group where you can chat with your close friends and your business partners. And let's get fired up and let's receive a gentleman who has made much of this possible through his brilliance, he and his team coordinating, putting together all the technology that we take advantage of every single day. It brings me tremendous pleasure and honor to introduce my good friend now, our Chief Technical Officer, Mr. Alexandru Cochindoe. Good evening to you over there in Dubai, Mr. Cochindoe. You're looking sharp.
Hello. Good evening to everybody. I hope everybody can hear me well. It's the first time when I'm using this new setup in the office. Actually, we are live in the Dubai office, and I'm trying as much as possible to synchronize all these accounts. We have like 5, 6 accounts in the same time. I can see that somebody says that he cannot hear me. So everybody hears me well?
Yes, we can see you and hear you very well.
Okay, then maybe the user Agnes should try a little bit to adjust the speakers. Today we are going to discuss about the Lydian world, a lot of Lydian world, and I'm so enthusiastic because we are basically shifting into a new area, into a new opportunity. We prepared a lot of surprises. We are launching also a new game. And this is going to start right now in this call. I'm going to move from here into a conference room, and from there we are going to start this game. But let's see by then all what we prepared. Before we start, I would like to ask on the chat if we have new users and how many new users which they don't know nothing about the Lydian world we have here. Because today I'm going to go through the entire concept of the Lydian world. We can already compare the Lydian world with the metaverse because we are going to develop our own APIs which will accept projects from outside to join the Lydian world. And in exchange for rewards which are offered by the other projects in the Lydian world, we are going to offer them the awareness. But not only this. Let's see more about the entire Lydian world forward. So first of all, we should ask ourselves what is Lydian world. And I would love to tell to everybody that Lydian world should be seen as a blockchain-based game where partially owned parts of the game are basically operated by the players, and the game, it has a pretty nice logic behind, because it's like share to the others and get rewarded to your team, get rewarded to your country. We have what we call inside of our Lydian world incoming resources, and the incoming resources, the more we have, the higher the rewards for each single country. And let's take a look forward. Why is it this nice? Well, basically, first of all, it's combining the ground and the contemporary tech opportunities. So we are taking like a normal regular board game, just like looking on a map like this. And imagine that on this new board game, now everything is digitalized. And every single player inside of this game, it has its own ledger in front of his place. And wherever happens in this game, he's receiving the rewards from the other players. But more nice is that wherever rewards is receiving for him is not making the others lose, but also win more, because the resources are naturally established through the nature of share and get rewarded. So let's take a look forward. What are we going to talk more today? We are going to make a full review of our agenda. We are going to discuss the game concept. We will see how the smart contracts are running in the Lydian world, because we will have two smart contracts, governance smart contract and the liquid smart contract. Liquid means it's listed. Positioning in the Lydian world, where we are going to discuss the simulator, we are going to discuss the country comparison and the reward sharing. I'm going to take every single source of income and explain it for you, so we can also understand what means for us positioning ourselves into the world. Then I'm going to explain you the Croesus. Croesus is the NFT device, the one which will help us mint our NFTs. So around Croesus, into the Lydian world, we will have an entire marketplace of NFTs where you will be able to soon trade, sell, acquire, if you want, more and more NFTs into the Lydian world. Then we are going to discuss a very, very sensitive and important point, into my opinion. It's how does the Lydian world helps the G999? Because as we said, nothing remains behind into the entire ecosystem. What are the plans? And we are going to discuss here very serious plans for the next 2 to 3 years, not only by today and tomorrow. And then we take a look on overview over the roadmap. And finally, we check up on the NFTs and the launching of today. The concept of the Lydian world, it's pretty easy. We have the world map. The world map is split in countries. Every single country, it has 6 different citizenships and the citizenship. So we have president, vice president, senator, congressman, governor, mayor, and the citizens. Every time you are achieving one of these positions into a country or acquiring, you can get a position with Lydian laws. Lydian lines. Every single time you are getting one of these positions, you are getting rewarded from the incoming resources based on the position which you have. So for example, if a reward comes into France of $10 and you are president, you will get $1.8 from that reward. Then it's coming to vice president, and so on and so on. If you are a citizen in that country, the left of 50%, it's always shared between the citizens. Now we are in a positioning moment. Every single day which is passing, we are losing positions if we are not taking advantage of them. So now we need to go into the world and take as many positions as we can inside of the Lydian world. And like this, we are going to multiply our rewards from all of these countries, and one more time from all of the incoming resources. We have the incoming resources sharing, as I explained, 18% to the president, 12% to the vice president, 8% to the senator, 6% to the congressman, 4 to the governor, and 2 to the mayor. 50% is shared to the citizens. Why did I came back to this? The more citizens are coming, everybody generates more rewards because all the legion lions which you will pay in the future to positionate yourself into the legion world, it gets distributed back to those who are participating now until 26 December. Also, what is very important is that after 26 December, when somebody is going to take what we call a top position, so from president down to mayor, is going to be a double as a cost. So it's going to cost double. But not only this, the moment he will try to snatch it, all the Legion World game players will be notified. So at that moment, they have 30 days to run after the position. This will be after 26th of December. So now again, till 26th, it's the best moment to positionate because still the chances to get a top position on a half of the cost are higher than in the future. Coming back to the incoming resources, the initial incoming resources are those developed by the company, and company will always develop new and new and new incoming resources. But the aim here is to develop the API in which, for example, somebody develops a lottery, or maybe somebody develops a restaurant and he wants to get awareness, and or somebody tokenizes another building. It's no problem. Anyone can come into the Legion world, and based on the API and on the reward sharing model, according to the Legion world, automatically we will distribute into the entire world. So the more positions we have, the more rewards we are going to get. The higher the position, the higher the rewards. Let's take a look forward at the smart contracts. Before we begin, I would like to explain you why do we have two smart contracts, because here is very important thing. We will have a governance smart contract, and this is, in our case, the Legion Lion. And then we are going to have a listed smart contract. The smart contract, which is listed, cannot work without the governance token. And the token of the governance cannot work without the listed. So they are like brothers and sisters. What are their roles and how they are going to be in a perfect synergy together is that Legion World basically is powered by these two smart contracts. And as I said, one is a liquid one and the other is a non-liquid. Always the liquid, they will be here to provide more and more community, will be able to provide us the possibility to get out from the Legion world as a game into the trading side, into the DeFi area, in many other opportunities, while the non-liquid one is the one which allows us to get positions, is the one which allows us to pay for assisted trading. So whatever happens in the world is encapsulated with the governance token. And wherever is outside of the world, it's with the it's with the liquid token. As for example, let's say on the NFT tradings, the cost to mint the NFT, you will pay it in Legion Lions. But the one which is selling the NFT, he's going to be able to sell it only for the liquid token. So it's going to receive liquidity. But also that person, when he wants to enter into the Legion world, he needs to go in the market and take the listed coin and come into the world. While in the world, the token consumes itself through the services of the game, which basically and mathematically means that we are going to face a continuous growth of the liquid token. I'm going to take a few examples because this is very important for us to understand how the non-liquid token is very important for the Legion world, and in the same time is generated the liquid token, because at the end of the day, the wealth stays into the Legion world, but the opportunity stays out of it. So it's perfect to have two combined tokens which they are able to provide to us continuously grow ecosystem. I'm going to take a simple example, and I'm going to use this example because our NFT market vouchers are going to reward you the Lydian lions, the ones which you will be able to import them into the Lydian world. As those ones, all the Lydian lions which we have so far and the bonus Lydian lions, we will still be able to use them without any problems as it was the purpose from the very beginning by 26th of December, but to acquire more positions. So let's say John takes a president position in France by using the Lydian lions. And thanks to the acquired position, John can start now generating rewards according to the distribution model. So if GS Lifestyle or our digital bank, for those who don't know what GS Lifestyle is, it pays a reward. John takes 18% of it in the France. If somebody plays trivia and wins from France, then immediately John takes 18%. And everything what happens into the Lydian pot, John as a president from France is going to receive 18% out of it. The nice part is that the position John has it as a president. It's an NFT, which means that John is able now to go and trade his position, maybe now, maybe in the future, maybe when the world grows. So we need to understand that every single position inside of every single country is raising up in value based on the number of the incoming resources we have in all the region world. So we have now, for example, 6 or 7 or 8 incoming resources. But in a year, maybe we will have 50 incoming resources. It's something sure that the value of the presidency minted as an NFT of John increased at least 10 times in this year because more rewards are coming for that position. Now, what else he can do? Well, he can sell it or he can just store it if he wants to. John can also use the non-liquid token to mint different NFTs. So he will be able to pay the fee as a service for the marketplace, for the NFT marketplace. Of course, gas is separate, but the service of the marketplace is going to be paid in Lydian lions, and he will be able to use the Lydian lions to mint his own collection. And maybe he wants like this to sell its property or some art or ape collection. I don't know. The nice part is that every single time John is going to be rewarded the liquid token which is easily going to be able and go out to liquidate it if he wants to trade it forward. The second important part is that John, once he used the Lydian lion to mint his NFT, that NFT will not be stuck in the Lydian world. He can just migrate it out and sell it into the OpenSea or maybe another marketplace without any problems. The nice part comes now and is very important. On the NFT market vouchers, which we are launching tonight, we are going to launch a super new staking pool with a high API. Don't worry, it's everything calculated and liquid out there. We are going to call it, but I'm not going to tell you yet. Let's see a little bit later. The nice part is that John is going to be able with these Lydian lions to generate a 40% API, 28% in more Lydian lions, so he will be able to build a multiplying strategy to get in more and more countries, and 12% into cake, which I believe everybody is familiar with it. Already we are everybody enthusiastic about the cake project, which is a success. We partner up with them, but let's see what's going up to go forward. The next part where the non-liquid token can be used is in the assisted trading to pay for the trading fees. And here we need also to take a look and see forwardly how the assisted trading works, how the fees are going to be paid. But first, we needed to understand where the non-liquid tokens are used and how they are generating liquidity. Because the non-liquid generates wealth, while the liquid generates, of course, possibility to trade and exit to other cryptocurrencies. In conclusion, the non-liquid token is having its own extremely high value next to the liquid token. Well, we need to imagine that this is the key which allows the holders to play while setting the profit generating model with a sustainable growth for the liquid token. And this is, as I said, the perfect model where you can keep a non-inflated liquid token because we are not going to issue. This is going to be very limited. This is very important to keep in mind that the non-liquid, it's always super limited, while also the liquid, it's 2 times more super limited. Like this, we are keeping everything non-inflated. And we are going to list them, basically the liquid is listed, non-liquid stays into the Lydian world generating the liquid. And we need to see the non-liquid as a governance. And this is extremely dedicated to Lydian world. And what we also need to understand is that soon, very soon, I know that I've said this in the last call, but we especially delayed it a little bit, the rapid version of G999, because now you will understand how this comes into a perfect synergy together with the Lydian world. The rapid version of G999 is going to be the only one way in which you will have an advantage into the Lydian world. And in order to create a real advantage, the advantage is going to be on a DeFi-based solution. So in your web wallet, you are going to be able to exchange G999 to Lydian Lions, which is the non-liquid of the Lydian world, in order to generate liquid, but with a preferred advantage compared to a spot price, which will always be into the Lydian world. Now let's see, we understood basically how the Lydian world is working, what are the incoming resources, and how am I able to participate to get the position and get myself rewarded thanks to the non-liquid token. But how am I getting positioned into the Lydian world? We have a position simulator, which is basically like a graphic layer, allowing us to take a look according to how many Lydian lines we have or we would like to take from the market. To take our position. So we will use the simulator first time to say, for example, I want to take 1,000 Lydian lions, or I can look into the NFT market vouchers and I can see that, for example, an NFT market voucher rewards me 100 Lydian lions, so I can make a forecast to know exactly if I take 10 market vouchers, I'm going to be able to position myself as a citizen in this country or a president in this one, or I'm going to be able to outbid somebody for this many Lydian lions. The position simulator is a tool which is basically reducing our individual investigation by simply combining all the database into one single click. Then we are having the country comparison. The country comparison allows us to see like a full overview between two countries in the same time. Maybe you are not decided yet in which country you should go to take which position. So if you want to combine one next to each other and compare them, the country comparison is the perfect tool for this. Now let's go forward, as I want to explain to everybody a little bit more about the incoming resources and how the rewards are distributed. We are going to discuss about the rewards sharing, the income resources, and the way everything is coming into the Lydian world distributed to its users. It's very important also to understand on the reward sharing, either that we already spoke about it, that is not necessarily that a more wealthy country, because everything is GDP based. Like this we split. For example, if in the Lydian world comes worth of $100,000, this is distributed to each country according to the GDP of that country. And then that country is splitting accordingly to our reward system. But this not necessarily means that a country which has a lower GDP than other, it's going to reward you less than the big one, or the one which is having a smaller GDP is going to reward you more. Because we need to take also in consideration the activity of the members. Maybe that country doesn't fit for an outcome resource, or maybe that country has a lot of citizens, it's fluid. So you as a citizen there, you're going to receive a smaller portion compared to if you go to a country which has a lower GDP. we need to take in consideration all these factors when we are building our game strategy and to enjoy the game, to engage into it and to get more positions and to build our own way of creating in the end a very valuable collectible asset, the citizenship. So at the end we need to imagine that we will have a lot of citizenships. Many rewards are going to come into our accounts, but at some point, maybe I just want to come to put on the market the citizenship. So I need to be smart to know from the beginning which positioning I'm going to adopt. And I'm going to give some small gaming advices, not financial advices at all tonight, how you could just take advantage of Lydian World and get positioned yourself as a general thing. Because right now, let's say it's all these incoming resources are coming from the company. But once the Lydian World APIs are launched according to the roadmap, many other resources are going to join us. And in that moment, we need to be team up together, those who created and launched the Lydian World, and to see what is our strategy to adopt in order for us to get as many rewards as we can from the incoming resources. Let's take a look on the 9 incoming resources which we have on our plan. What is achieved, what is under development, what is a plan, and what is going to be launched right now on 26th of December, and we are going already to receive our rewards. First of all, and it's one of our VIP products and services, is the GS Lifestyle, where for those who are new, we invite you to register. This is a crypto-friendly online bank in which you are able to lively exchange crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto. You can do bank transfer, and you have your own card, which is in different formats. And for more information, we recommend you to access GSPartners. Let's say somebody here, in this case, the GS Lifestyle is going to reward us in 2 manners. I'm going to use the France example as we are already familiar with it. A French person, it's just going to take a card, and the card has a monthly membership, and of course the card, it has its fees when you are using it. Every single time that person it's renewing its membership as a French citizen, a portion of that fee is distributed in France. Every single time the guy goes to the bakery or pays for the school fees or for a taxi or wherever, every single fee, a portion of it, it's distributed in France into the Lydian world. Now multiplicate this with millions and millions of users and multiply it one more time with millions and millions of transactions. So we are talking about a huge number of rewards. So the next question is, it can be how we are going to manage such a high number of transactions. We will come to there very soon. We have the staking pool, and we are going to launch the Lydian Cake staking pool, in which you are able to use the Lydian lands, which you acquired now through the NFT market vouchers, and place them into the Lydian Cake staking pool. Right after, we will discuss also about what Lydian Cake staking pool it is and what are the rewards for it. We have the Telegram trivia. In the Telegram trivia, which as well we launched it on 26 because now we want to put everything together with the Lydian world as an income resource. We are going to take this example. We are opening the channel in Telegram, and in this channel are joining 100,000 people. And they are starting to play the regular trivia, which everybody knows it. But it's not any regular trivia, because every single user it has in a back office an account where he needs to load up cryptocurrency, wherever that is. In our case, we will use for the beginning or for the first 6 months, it's going to be exclusively for G999, just for us to increase our awareness, our G99 community, and so on. So when somebody plays there, a certain number of users, let's take for sake of the example, 1,000 users. 600, let's say they are answering correctly to the question, but 400 are going to answer wrong. Those ones which are answering wrong to the question are going to share the loss as a profit to those who answered correctly, and a small portion of those incomes, of those losers, we are going to take it and distribute it into the Lydian world And again, our users are generating more and more rewards. The interactive airdrops. We are going to have a heat map. On top of the Lydian world is a heat map with pinpoints where you can see lively airdrops. And for those who are not familiar with airdrop, around us as we speak, many other projects are getting, and all these projects, they're using a small portion of their total supply in order for them to get promoted. This small portion, which they are distributing for free in order to get awareness, it's called an airdrop. We will have a team which is identifying the best airdrops into the world and sharing them into the Lydian world. In order to reveal one of these opportunities, you will need the Lydian lions. At the moment somebody is using Lydian lion to reveal one of the airdrop, at that moment again shares are distributed into the Lydian world. We have the assisted trading. We have the NFT marketplace. For the assisted trading, I'm going to be a little bit more specific right after. The NFT marketplace. Every single NFT is a trade. The Lydian world benefits back according to the place of sale of that NFT. The Kingdama NFT Museum, which is already in place in our office here in Dubai, and we are going to launch it as a separate shop inside of the NFT marketplace. The in-world games, either is the Squid Game or the game which we will play tonight and many other games, or why not any developer around us which can bring its own game in order to generate its rewards. And the community governance crowdfunding, which is a very, very special project here brought by our chairman of the board, Mr. Heit, encouraging the staking of the Lydian lions. Everybody who's going to stake Lydian lions, according to the number of the staked Lydian lions, it's going to own a percentage of voting. Let's say somebody comes with a project from outside. It invents a new lens for a camera, and he's asking for funding. First of all, the governors, according to their percentage, are going to vote a yes or a no if the project is going up to become public for all the Lydian world to be funded. They have the right to decide if that project is going to be a success or not, or if it's going to be, or is it a scam or not. So they're like the governors of the entire program. Once the project went live, now everybody is able to go and to participate in funding that project. And once the project is funded, we are going to receive, of course, a small percentage of the funding as a fee for the entire service, which fee is then distributed again between the governors and the Lydian world distribution model. I've said that I'm coming back to the assisted trading, and I want to discuss a little bit more about it because this is something new and somehow revolutionary, because it's not even a smart contract based thing in which you need to transfer your funds to a smart contract, and there you need to have some technical knowledge that maybe that smart contract hasn't been audited, or where I should, for example, take some token like unicorn tokens and convert to them just to be able to trade those liquidities and so on. So we came with the next revolutionary solution in which you will be able to trade your assets without handing them access to nobody else. Let's take a look how this is working. If we are looking right now to this graphic, we can understand that you will be able to join in the Lydian world into an assisted trading area in where you will place just your exchange API key. In our case, it's Binance for the beginning, and then we will add Kraken, Coinbase, and the others. And you are going to be able to see a full list of open trades from the traders out of the market. And the nice part is that we are going to issue for them analyzing factors. So you will be able to transparently see how many successful trades that trader had, what is his ratio of profitability, and so on and so on. While you see a full list of these trades, you will be able basically to pick up a trade from there just with one click. And thanks to the API connected to Binance, it's going to replicate your trade in Binance automatically. So basically all what you need to do now is just to sit and wait. The leading lions are the fee for the future profits of the trading. And this is how we are going to reward our traders for the trades which they are providing to us. The leading lions, at the moment you are copy trading, they are held into our system as an escrow by the trade is completed. And when the trade is completed only, at that moment we are releasing the leading lions to the traders so they can convert them and we can go into the liquid market. Croesus, the NFT divisor. This is one of my favorite parts because we need to see Croesus as a multiple opportunity. We will be in Croesus divided in more parts of the project. First of all, it's going to be the marketplace. Secondly, we are going to have different NFT collections. So into the marketplace, you will be able to bring your positions as NFT and trade them if you want. In the same time, in Croatia's marketplace, you will be able to mint and trade the future NFT collection, the one which we are launching tonight. Or you can create your own shop inside of the marketplace where you can sell your art, property, or however or whatever you feel it can be really NFT these days. Because I'm honest with you guys, I feel that sky is the limit right now. So Croatia's NFT marketplace, it's basically the place where we are going to all start generating together hundreds of thousands of transactions, not only to the NFTs inside, because as I said, the NFTs which are inside, they are easily to be taken out to other marketplaces, but it's not just an outgoing process. It can be an incoming process as well. So the way we are promoting the Lydian world and the higher is our community, and we've seen more than almost 200,000 citizens in the Lydian world within such short time, we need to understand that at some point, other projects will come and trade the NFTs into our marketplace, and not necessarily that we are going to go out to the others. So it's a place where a user is going to mint its own collection, trade it, play with it, and so on. Now we are touching to one of my favorite points. And I'm getting nervous when I'm presenting this because I know this is a very, very special and a very serious engagement. And we're going to discuss right now how it's the Lydian world basically helping the G99 blockchain, because we all engaged and started together into this G99 mission. So at the end, our question, it is and it will always be how it's the G99 going to evolve, how it's going to become a better project. It seems I never made such a long description, so we just discovered that the screen sharing has a time limitation. No problem, I'm going to reconnect right now. May I please have the permission to share my screen? So everything is on set, everybody can hear me well?
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We come back to how the Lydian world helps the G99 ecosystem and how everything is combined together. The most important thing is to understand that we need to look at the G99 as being always the planet. And around the planet, we always need to have the satellites. So now we are building satellites. But at some moment, we need this planet to evolve to make its satellites bringing more power to the planet. I want us to take a few use cases, very important ones, and to take a look at how this is going to help the G99 blockchain. As I said, you need to imagine the Lydian world, an ecosystem with all its services. We spoke about so far, the pools, the products, the partners, all of these transactions here, they are generating millions and millions of transactions altogether. And think about all these transactions all around the G99 blockchain. And when a new source of income attends into the Lydian world, Every single time a G99 key is charged by using the proof of burn from the new attendee who has to provide the burning cash. And like this, we are reducing the circulation supply every single time a project joins into the Lydian world. So basically, let's say I am somebody who wants now to take advantage of the awareness of the Lydian world and to share some profits into that community. I want to access the API. But in order to access the API and provide an incoming resource to the Lydian world, I need to pay G999 fee. And this is first time when G999 is introduced in direct connection with the Lydian world. For every single staking wallet, which is increasing into the Lydian world thanks for acquiring positions, again the G999 is profiting and is generating a higher demand for the blockchain itself. The third part where the G99 is going to win a lot of things from the ecosystem is by the engagement of the users. Every single user needs Lydian Lions, which it can be exchanged just with the liquid token and only through the G999 web wallet with an advantage for the G999 coin holders. The new and the old one doesn't matter. But what is important here is that every single time somebody will come into the Lydian world and he will understand that there are two options only to get into the Lydian world, neither through the liquid coin, or he can go and get some G99, go into the web wallet and get the same Lydian lines but with an advantage compared to the liquid coin. We are going to build a huge awareness and popularity in our G99 community. Another part is that when G99 blockchain, the blockchain technology, it meets now the vision of the Lydian world. The nice part here is that it exists totally a separate contract, and each transaction in the Lydian world, every single assisted trading, every single distributed reward, it's going to come together within millions and millions of transactions. And the moment when I said it is a hyper engagement is the moment when I referred especially to this side. Our vision is to migrate in the future the G99 blockchain from a Bitcoin layer to a Ethereum layer, in which the Lydian world becomes a smart contract on the layer, on the main layer of G999. And at that moment, every single transaction from all of these services, products, outcoming resources, incoming payments, and so on, they need to go through the G99 blockchain, and the G99 will serve as a gas fee for every single thing. So we are building now, we are putting the grounds to a more evolved into a future G99 blockchain technology. On top of this, every single instant market voucher acquiring, we're going to burn one G99 for every single Lydian land. So every time now a Lydian land is acquired through the NFT market vouchers, we burn one G99, 60 Lydian lands, 60 G99 burn, and so on. Let's take a look on the roadmap, because this is something very important. It allows us to grid, it allows us to understand how Lydian world is going to grow, and allows us to understand how we are going to expand our community and step out from the GSPartners to the entire crypto community and blockchain community around the world. We will always keep our advantages inside of GSPartners, but we want to bring many people around us. And for that, we are having the Lydian world, which is going to be a totally open system. We are right now on the roadmap announcement, which has been already done like a few weeks before. We have the announcing and the presentation of the full concept of the Lydian world, which I believe everybody understood it so far. We are introducing the game engine, which is very important, and this is going to come with a game paper as well, which I will disclose to you that we are ready with it. I'm running out the final overview the graphics behind it, and we are ready to publish it by the end of next week. And we are starting the first developments into the Lydian world, which they can also be seen directly by accessing Lydian.world. Continuing to the late December of this year, we are going to announce how the smart contracts and the game are going to be combined together. Anyways, this is something which we already have an overview picture already. We understood the non-liquid one and the liquid one, but in the game paper, we will understand more of everything. We intend that in the game paper to publish the entire engine diagram. Like you would be a developer and you can directly see what is the future plan, what is going to be developed, how the rewards are going to be distributed for every single incoming resources, and how the users are getting the opportunity to engage in order to generate more and more rewards out of the game without, of course, flooding the market. We are going to start the development and the deployment of one of the smart contracts very, very soon in the late of December. And we are going to launch the revolutionary concept in which you will be able to use your already existing Binance account and to take advantage of the assisted trading by just one click. Copy trade, and that's it. Sit, get rewarded, complete your profits on your trades. The traders are getting paid into the Lydian world. You can use the NFT market voucher Lydian Lions to pay for the traders, to put in the staking. You can use the same Lydian Lions if you want to get more positions, or you can use them simply to mint your NFT. We are going then to continue into a pre-distribution phase. A complete new interface of the Lydian world is going to be presented to you. Our team is hardly working right now and counting as we are speaking more than 45 different pages, starting with the landing page, ending up with the pools, with the assisted trading, with the heat map, with the airdrop opportunity all together. And we continue with the deployment of the bridge between the Rapid G99 and the Lydian Lions, the ones which I already told you about, creating so the first special opportunity for the G99 coin holders to enter into a project with an advantage compared to the open market. And of course, if the open market wants to come into the Lydian world, G99 awareness is going to be increased, so they will go get more G99 coins, deposit them into their web wallet, exchange these to Lydian Lions, and at that moment they are in the Lydian world. We need to think that we are basically creating out of our G99 a Bitcoin concept, because right now if you want to go into a project, any project would be that, you need first to go and take some Bitcoin. So why wouldn't approach the same logic? Do you want to come into Lydian world? Well, you first need to go and grab some G99 coins. Otherwise, you cannot. Launch phase A, first quarter of 2022. We are going to create a special event here for everybody, and we are going to officially launch all the platform, and I invite everybody together here, but we need to see as well how this is going to be with all the situation. In the event, we plan to pre-launch our Smithy pools. These are going to be dedicated pools which they are going to reward NFTs, are going to reward artifacts. Artifacts are combined NFTs, so you cannot have an artifact unless you are going to accomplish different tasks. For example, answer at least 10 correctly questions in the trivia game, and you receive automatically an artifact. The artifact which you receive, you can now use the Lydian Lands, mint it and place it into the marketplace. Everything comes together in order to mint it in the G99 coins. So you need to go in the G99 market, go into the web wallet and get Lydian Lions. Put the Lydian Lions inside of the Lydian world, mint your received artifact as an NFT, put the NFT into the market, receive liquid token, go and register your profits. Then we move forward to the deployment of the NFT smart contracts in order to allow our users already to mint their NFTs. So in the first phase of the quarter of 2022, NFTs are going to be already mintable. We move forward to the first phase, and we are going to present and announce our NFT marketplace as a shop white label, let's call it, where the user will be able to have its own subdomain in which you enter, and he will be able to customize just a little bit its own design in order for him to sell there its own property. The launching of the country staking wallets, where the users will be able to deposit Legion Lions as well for the country. We are moving then to phase B, third quarter of 2022, and the deployment of the NFT marketplace with the trading position and artifacts between the gamers is starting. We have the deployment of the NFT white label already, so what we announced like a quarter before now is getting ready to be launched. And the announcing of the revolutionary way of the how Legion world is connecting now with the G99 blockchain. Let's take a look of today. Let's take a look of what is limited by 26 December. And I know that we created a very strict code that when we are saying that it's limited, it's really limited. And to be honest, this is something which I evaluate into a project. If it's a certain period of time which something needs to happen, everybody needs to take advantage of that period of time if they want to participate. So no extensions are going to be as well this time. Moreover, from today, exchanging ratios to Legion Lions are getting out from the packages. Legion Lions are excluded from the XLT market vouchers in the next 72 hours. So everybody has only 72 hours left if he wants to take a XLT market voucher with Legion Lions as a bonus. And we need to take a look now at the opportunity of the NFT market vouchers. The NFT market vouchers needs to be opened. You cannot access them directly unless you will wait 72 hours. In order to open the NFT market voucher, you need to complete a game. I believe everybody is familiar with the Candy Crush. This is a similar Candy Crush, but we have here a hungry lion. The hungry lion needs to be feeded, and we are going to feed him elements out of our future NFTs. Once you complete 6 levels only, you will be able to get access to our NFT lions. They're all unique, they're all mintable in our future NFT marketplace, and they are going to be a super limited collection. The NFT market voucher system inside of the GSPartners is very simple. And as I believe we can already spot it, it's G999 accepted as well, of course. It's the first time maybe when G999 it's taking a place in GSPartners where commissions are paid with G999 as well. So whoever wants to participate in our program without any problems, he can use the G999. Or maybe so far you staked the G999 or you participate in different pools. So now you want to use the G999 to get more into the NFT market vouchers. Or you can use, of course, as regular Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Tether. Everything is going to be just one click only. You just choose the market voucher which you want to take it, and at that moment you are going to receive your lion. We have 6 different market vouchers, and the opportunity, I want to repeat, is just by 26 December. Only who is participating now by 26 December will be able to deposit into the staking pool, which I'm going already to present you after this. The staking pool is very important because it has 40% API, 28% in Legion Lions, which we can use to multiply our strategy of positioning into the world, and 12% directly in Cake, which we can stake it forwardly one more time into the Cake DeFi, or we can liquidate it, or however we wish. 6 packages from 28 USDT to 888 USDT. Each one is going to reward Legion Lions, bonus Legion Lions, and legacy points. It's going to reward our sponsor as well, and we are going to see a live feed into the Telegram group in our community channel immediately when one of these vouchers has been acquired from one of our members. In the moment you are getting the market voucher, you're receiving Legion Lions and the bonus Legion Lions. Bonus Legion Lions, they come next to all the Legion Lions which you have so far accumulated, and you can use them in acquiring positions by 26 December. Pay attention, because if you don't use them by 26 December, they expire. But the Legion Lions which you get through the market vouchers, they are 100% importable into the Legion world, and there you are able to use it in all this ecosystem, starting with the staking pool, ending up with the minting of your NFT, and maybe, why not, taking advantage of the assisted trading. There is a bonus which we offer for every single market voucher, but the bonus is limited. So every single player which is unlocking the game faster than the other, it's getting access to the NFT market vouchers, diminishing the available bonus of Legion Lions. So whoever completes the game first, it gets access first, and it can participate first in getting more and more bonus out of the pool. I will explain you now what we call the Lion Cake staking pool. Lion Cake staking pool, as I said, is a combination of 40% API, 28% in Legion Lions, and 12% in Cake. The rewards are going to be instant, and with a weekly payouts into the Legion world, of course, into your Lion Cake staking pool, and the rewards are going to begin from 26th of December. It's very important to understand that maybe right now I'm going to the NFT market vouchers, and I'm going to take a lot. I'm taking market vouchers, but not all all the lions which I got there from the NFT market vouchers. I can place them into the staking pool only if I have positions into the Legion world. So basically, the strategy here is pretty easy. I'm taking an NFT market voucher, and I'm using the bonus Legion Lions to get myself positioned into the countries. And for each 100 Legion Lions spent in a position acquirement, I'm able to deposit 1 Legion Lion for the staking. Of course, we are taking in consideration everybody who used its Legion Lions so far to deposit and get positions into Legion world. So to make this simple, let's say so far I spent 1,000 Legion Lions to get citizenship in France. At this moment, I'm able to use 100 Legion Lions from NFT market vouchers and put it in staking pool to generate the 40%. Thank you, and don't forget, it's maybe the first opportunity where people can get 40% out of their NFT market vouchers.
Outstanding, Alex. And I think that concludes your first portion today, but we will definitely see you back on the platform in a minute. And look, I know that we tried to manage our chat room, but I think this will be a pretty good point for everybody to blow off some steam. That was a lot. That was completely overwhelming in a good way. In a good way. I was thinking as Alex is talking, I'm sort of feeling like some of those trade shows where Elon Musk comes out for the Tesla community, and it's a lot of information, but man, even the part that you don't totally comprehend, you feel it in your heart. And that's kind of where I am right now. I couldn't stop chatting with some of our business partners. We're all fired up over here. Alex, you've got us bouncing off of walls, our little inside joke, jumping out of windows. And so thank you very much for explaining that in a compact version. I thought it would take longer, but you did a tremendous job explaining the information to us. And then I looked at some trade shows like Apple and different trade shows where they bring out the products. That's how I felt today. And boy, how refreshing is it to be a part of a technology company where we are at the forefront of everything that's happening. One of the big takeaways for me today, ladies and gentlemen, was something that Mr. Ty Best always says. He says, you are here now. Think about the people that will join Lydian World 3 years from now. They will never even know about the advantages you had, the first movers advantages that you have right now. I was listening to...
Not only, I'm reading that 40% API. What we need to understand also is that it's not just 40% API. We need to understand that next to the 40% API, we are minting value for the market, for the NFT itself. And next to the minted value of the NFT itself, we have 44%, which is distributed on 9 levels without taking care of any pools or whatever. So we are moving to an affiliation model on our NFT market vouchers. So 44% already goes into 9 levels, while next to this there is 40% in which you can get staking pool API and get lively paid out of it. So I believe that really this is one of the greatest opportunities compared to the rewards through the other markets. So I'm speechless myself. I see a great opportunity in future for the Lydian world, and I believe we are going to achieve an increase in our community in the next period, a very big one, as the company doubled in this time the KC team for approval of faster approval of the KC. Basically, we want to continue after, of course, according to our program. We would like to continue. We have here in our office in Dubai, Mr. Bruce, and we are going to make a live demonstration to you. I'm going to log in myself into a GSPartners demo account. We log in together. We play a little bit the game together, and then we move to the first NFT market voucher.
Look, I want to say something to a couple of the people that are chatting with me. Remember around 2017 when some of the people like me had no crypto, did not know what an exchange was, had never heard of a blockchain, and think about how much you know now. I'm saying that to put you at ease, to understand you're going to get all of this. But let me give you one easy part. Let me give you, do I have any, I'm sorry for the people that need the closed captioning because we need a moment here. We need a moment. Do I have any old school networkers that just like getting paid real fast? Type me in the chat room. If you're one of those old school networkers like me, you love the networking model and you like getting paid real fast. Type me. There you go. Okay, it's no more. I thought I was crazy, Nitsa. I thought it was just me. I thought I was going crazy. No, we have some people that are networkers. As Mr. Heit says, you're the motor. You're the people that bring in the people who like gaming. You bring in the people who like trading. You bring in the people who like the card and the XLT. Okay, let me tell you something that he just said in my layman's term, my Forrest Gump version. Okay, here it is. Every one of those NFT vouchers, the $28, the $88, the $888, every single one, pay attention, stop chatting, because this is the one for the simple people. They keep it simple, people. Go get more people to get an NFT voucher, and what happens? You click the button, you get an NFT voucher, you take it into Lydian World, and you do whatever you want. Play the game, use assisted trading, and make money off the trading, mint the NFT and put it in the Lydian World and get passive income. But here's the big one. Here's the big one. No matter what you do with the NFT voucher, Nisa, I might pass out. If you hear something hit the ground, just pick up for me, okay? No matter what you do with the voucher, the moment you click to buy it, be quiet, stop chatting, be quiet, here it is. I'm only going to say it once. Once you click to buy it, that $888, 100% goes paid up 9 levels. I'm going to say that. I need to say it again for me so I don't have to say it. I can't say it again.
Okay, Michael, I'm about to literally go crazy. Like I'm literally about to go crazy, everybody. I just want to say one thing because we got to move on. But guys, here's what I need everybody to understand. I'm an old school, but Mike, I'm just like you, old school network marketing. What do we do to get paid? We refer other people, right? And then what do we teach them to do to get paid? To refer other people.
Exactly.
Well, guys, look at what's happening. And we are leading the way. Right now, the biggest thing going on in the crypto space is gaming, it's NFTs, it's DeFi, it's metaverse, and we right here are evolutionizing the affiliate space together with this crypto space. So I just want to say one thing, Mike. For the first time, Michael, You got to understand, we are going to be enrolling people and they will be making more money in Lydian World. Please understand this, guys. People will be making more money in Lydian World than they will working a full-time job. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are going. This is fun. Let's change the world together. Alex, absolutely brilliant. What can I say?
And on top of this, very important, I believe, and you will see it, our NFT, it's one of the best and maybe not the best on the market. The most cute lion with different objects in its hand and so on.
Listen, y'all stop texting me, please. Listen, I gotta just tell y'all, I would be remiss if I didn't teach a lesson right here, a very important lesson. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Folks, anybody used to get a bunch of G999s and people would say, the coin has no utility, it has no value, blah, 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 blah. And you just brushed it off, because give it time. Give yourself time to succeed. You got your coins. We used to say, get more, get more, get more, get more. Yeah, get more, whatever. They trading them, they selling them. Now, you see the utility of taking G999 and getting the non-liquid token that converts into a liquid token that will be listed. Now you wish you would have gotten more, don't you? And those of you who even got a bunch, don't you wish you had gotten more? Always work it out. One of my mentors said once, he said, you don't know if something works or not until you give it 24 months. Relax. You're in the right place. Actually, a little bit ahead of time. So, man, this is amazing. All right, we got to move on.
Guys, see you right up next in our program. I will be joining next to you from the conference room with our guests here to make our live test of the game and the NFTs together.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Alex. Just powerhouse. And Alex will be back in just a moment, as he said, with an AMA, that stands for Ask Me Anything. So again, just relax. You'll get a chance to talk to the CTO himself and get your questions answered in real time. Of course, there are thousands here. We can't answer everybody's questions at the same time, and we can't do them all today, but we're going to do as many as we can. So just hang in there with us, and we're going to get some questions answered. But right now, this moment brings me, if I said great pleasure, that would be a poor use of words, but I don't have enough superlatives to break down what this gentleman means to not only this community, but the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean it, the world. First of all, I'm tipping my hand a little bit on the introduction because you know who it is. The gentleman's name, this will make a lot of sense to some people who understand deeper meanings. This man's name is Josip. I almost passed out when I said that. His name is Josip. The name itself is a deliverer. It means a person who delivers. It's a deliverer. He's a warrior. He is fearless. He has great vision. He's a visionary. And on a personal note, he has one of the best attitudes. I think the council will agree with me on this. Because this is not that easy. What we're doing here is really hard sometimes. And I mean, I'll tell you, thank you, Andrew, for turning your camera on. He deserves it. Thank you, Tony, for turning your camera on. And Martin, I know you're probably transcontinental right now. And Priska, thank you for turning your camera on. This gentleman has the best attitude of anybody I met, especially with someone who is successful. There's Martin, especially with someone who is as successful as he is. A lot of times those people can't give you the time of day. They're just too busy. And he is busy. I mean, just all over the world, changing lives, touching people, having meetings. And I don't mean Starbucks meetings. I mean high level, senior board level meetings with people that we, think are great, different blockchain names that I won't mention. They're sitting and taking counsel from our chairman of the board. And he didn't need this opportunity. He created it to serve people. He saw a need, he saw a void, and he came together with a bunch of us, with Nitsa, with Andrew, with Tony, with Martin, with Priska, myself, with Alex, and he created a platform to do one main thing. This is why I say no matter how complex this gets, everybody, there's one thing you need to understand. It's designed to serve people. So we're going to get you the information you need because we serve with the chairman of the board who is always, council can agree with me on this, going that extra mile and continuously just blowing our minds. Ladies and gentlemen, and he is looking so sharp today, I just need to hurry up and shut up so I can give the microphone over to my little, he's younger than me, but my little big brother. I love this guy. Amazing leader, Mr. Josip Heit. We're going to leave the chat room on for a minute and y'all closed captioning. Y'all just deal with it for a minute because I know how people feel about Mr. Heit. Good evening to you, Mr. Heit.
Good evening, everybody. Hello. Thank you, Michael, for your great words. To all our council team and to so great community. And I see 2,000 people around the world tonight. Means if just 2 or 3 friends are invited with you, is 60, 70,000 people around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to see this. Tonight or this afternoon from London, I am sitting in this special moment today. And this special moment, I guarantee will change your lives. It will change your lives. We began before 3 years with developing of G999 blockchain. Communication, privacy. We're thinking about data storage. Before 3 years, a decentral banking. And last year, in December, after 2 years, we launched our G999 blockchain, ladies and gentlemen. Not even 1 year ago. And what we're bringing directly up with our blockchain is a GS Telecom. We saw the begin or middle February in this year, the coin was on growing to 2 cents. We had big deflation or we have big inflation in our past, where also some people make money and go out from our project. We saw that not just telecom communication is enough for our project. But what I want to tell with this, before 2 years, there was thinking, 3 years, about privacy, about data storage, and so on. And now, come 4 months back, when we just came up with Lydian World on our event in Dubai. And you can imagine we have already 200,000 people. We didn't even promote it. 200,000 people, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear about NFT last year in December when we launched G999? I think nobody heard about NFT. Do you know how big is a market share size of NFT, just Q3? If you know, you can type. in the chat, because you will educate and be a part of an NFT world. And not just this. The NFT market in Q3, it's 10 billion. 10 billion, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what is more nicer? Metaverse gaming market size share. You know how big is? 47 billion. 47 billion, ladies and gentlemen. And Pancake Swap. Why we're bringing Pancake Swap? It's just one piece in our Lydian world, which have more than 3 billion market cap. And why we're bringing this? Why we're bringing it? I want that everybody of you understand this project, that understand how G999 blockchain is functioning. Somebody can explain me, or maybe type in the chat, what brings Ethereum blockchain to a highest value in the last months. Can somebody type in the chat? Gas, utility, smart contracts. Exactly this. But the most progression in the last couple of months are decentralized exchanges, ladies and gentlemen, gamings and swaps, Binance Chain and Ethereum Chain, created on them smart contracts, decentralized exchanges and gaming platforms. In the same way, our team of developers is working to implement smart contracts on G999 blockchain. Our team is extended for 20 people more of high-level developers. And we are working with big progress to bring it up. And it will be up. And it will not take 2 years. And it will not take 1 year. It will be very soon here with us. And as well, Lydian Liquid Coin is in preparation. Is in preparation to take a strong market cap. And you will see in the next couple of weeks, Lydian Liquid Coin with a value of $1. And on the same way will follow G999, because any transaction used in the world will burn G999 coins and bring the liquidity, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the most important, which you should know, that G999 is a middle point, in the heart of this whole ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever it comes up, the G999 will be in the heart, or directly or indirectly, ladies and gentlemen. Patience it will be rewarded. As I told you, education. And now it came the moment where you are the first who have possibility to positionate yourself using a Lydian lens. And this opportunity will be given just till 26 December. After it, the open market will be able to participate and not limited to it. I resolve already with 2 big equities which are bringing more than 300 million in Lydian liquid coin, which is indirectly using burning rate of G999. And very soon we will come to the point where the G999 capitalization will go in direction of more than $1 billion, ladies and gentlemen, and the circulation supply will be decreased in a big way, just using a game. You can imagine you game and you get rewarded. This is a dream. This is a dream, ladies and gentlemen. You promote, you educate, you get paid. And it's not here about MLM or something similar, as I saw a message. It's a network, it's a community. If we're not these people, how will other people hear from us and from our project? How these people will participate in this difficult time from a comfort of their home, where many countries have a lockdowns, especially in this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we are creating a wealth and a health. We are giving you freedom that you are able to communicate and to participate with the community and your family, because this is our family. And our family, we will never forget and never let to regret something. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a goal, and this goal we will follow and bring more and more great utilities. I came back one more time to Ethereum, to Binance Chain, Avalanche. Our blockchain will have same functionality very soon. Very, very soon. Many people lost trust in past, and they didn't believe that we will bring a blockchain. And we bring it a blockchain. And what we have now? We have much more, not just a blockchain. We have much more, ladies and gentlemen. Also, today, we sign a first white label, sorry. And I want to congratulate a great team member, family member from Mr. Andrew Eaton, line Mr. Neil from South Africa, which bring a first white label with 1 million people. Using our G999. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have it. We have the GS lifestyle. We have a card and we have a white labels. And this card you can use around the world. And to activate the card, you know what you need? You need G999. You need G999. XLT, ladies and gentlemen. Real estate is giving you right for ownership to register a title. XLT, I sold second and half of a third phase. I let it half of a third phase, to create a more demand on the market. And after 19 December, we will list the XLT on different exchanges, where I think that the market will give a price, and I am pretty sure between $25 and $30 per XLT. As well, this piece of our ecosystem is using a hash power from G999 blockchain. So every single part is using G999 blockchain infrastructure, ladies and gentlemen. And I can advise you that you will not regret keeping G999 and taking more, getting more Lydian lands. Lydian lands have a function like a credits in a Lydian world. Lydian citizens and above are like shareholders of this world, of a Lydian world, of a beautiful world without borders. And you can imagine, it's not like a traditional market of shareholders, it's much more transparent because it's over blockchain. And governance can vote. So you have this possibility to positionate yourself, to educate others, and to get a share from it. And if you want to get more, you can make. You need just more Lydian lands. And I repeat one more time. These Lydian lands in such quantity as were given in these 6 weeks approximately till 26 December will never be in such big amount like we're given now. So use the opportunity and educate others to get the Lydian lions to take a part, to take a share in the world, to get a Lydian liquidity, and using this all, increasing a value of G999 and on Lydian liquid coin. 26 December, you will already begin to be rewarded with a cake. You hear it before. Why we take a cake? Because indirect, we are taking a liquidity from them and they are using our infrastructure. So more bright acceptance, ladies and gentlemen, till our baby lion not grow to a tiger. And soon it will be tiger and you will see in some weeks. And I promise you a growth in direction of $1 with the Lydian lion. And the same, if you keep a target and keep focused on your business, you will see G999 increased. And why I tell this all? I wish that you understand the functionality of this ecosystem. I wish that you understand the importance of a network, of a community for any project, and the infrastructure behind. If we see that something is not accepted or not attractive, we'll move forward and bring more. This is absolutely understandable. And now I hope that you understand that this project is not a competition. This is our project, which is bringing us more possibility for a bright mass adoption, ladies and gentlemen, where you have possibility to participate as a first, before everybody else, to positionate yourself as a shareholder. And in the same way, we are creating a market demand and the usability. And the usability in this sector, in this fintech sector, let's call it like this, which is very well welcomed or accepted around the world. Countries are accepting, states, cryptocurrencies, ladies and gentlemen, NFTs. Very interested. It's a piece of art. It's a unique piece of art, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine OpenSea. Nobody heard about it some months ago. And now it's multi-billion marketplace, multi-billion. We have this all in one in our Lydian world, all in one. You can Google OpenSea as a comparison, you can Google PancakeSwap and many others decentral platforms, and imagine on top a game. And this game is connected to all these platforms which we have in Lydian world based on G999 infrastructure. Now just imagine this and follow your next. Follow your next. Educate and be happy. Be happy with this freedom, ladies and gentlemen. From next week, we will present also with GSPartner $25 monthly fee, 100% commissionable for our partners with some more opportunities as well. Introduction of binary in the next sooner future. Yeah. Why? Because pools are going to be placed in the Lydian world as a liquidity pools, as a staking pools, as a gaming pools, where bright community can take a part in it and be rewarded, ladies and gentlemen. And card swipes. You can imagine just one contract, more than 1 million people. Just one contract. And we have our book full, which I will present you next time with our new landing page, where you can take a part in all program for white labels, but one step after others. One step after other, and we will reach our goal. And do you know what is a target now? I want that you type. I want to feel that you know what is the target now. So please, you can type in the chat. Number one, G999, number one, freedom, number one, XLT, crypto vault, number one, ladies and gentlemen. This is our target, exactly this. Educate for a Lydian world, for a Lydian lands, and this opportunity which is limited till 26 December, and you will not regret. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Josip Heit. And Mr. Heit, before you leave, first of all, I don't know, you just keep